We got 100K. We got 100K.
Special K.
100K.
I don't need Special K.
100K. There's been a strange vibe around social media ever since the start of the pandemic. Folks talking about, how much money they have. That's definitely not something we used to do back in the day. That wasn't part of conversation.
I used to say I had $1.
Okay.
I used to be happy when I had $1.
So if I said we got 100K, what would you say?
Who we giving some to?
Okay.
I got to give some of that up.
Well, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that and how that relates into the universe.
I got to give me some reward.
Yeah.
Reward
about
me.
The money situation coming up on Surviving Marriage Podcast.
Welcome to the Surviving Marriage Podcast with Rufus and Jenny, marriage educators, best-selling authors, and relationship disruptors, giving you marriage education from decades of marriage experience. Here's Rufus and Jenny triplets.
This video is sponsored by BetterHelp.
We just did a podcast on counseling versus therapy. It's definitely good for you.
Without a healthy mind, being truly happy and at peace is hard. The good news is therapy works.
But what is therapy exactly? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're not feeling motivated right now and would like some tools to help. Or maybe you're feeling insecure in your relationships or at work, not dealing well with stress. Whatever you need, it's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles and start feeling better because you deserve to be happy. And now you don't have to worry about finding an in-person therapist near you to help.
BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with the therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera that you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy and can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours.
Join the millions of people who are seeing what online therapy is really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself because you are your greatest asset. And special offer to Rufus and Jenny, listeners and viewers, you can get 10% off your first month of professional therapy at betterhelp.com/Rufus and Jenny. That's betterhelp.com/Rufus and Jenny. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video.
Thank you to Let's Get Checked for sponsoring this video.
Let's Get Checked makes professional health testing easy by letting you get tested without having to visit a healthcare provider.
Choose your test online, and it will be delivered to you in discreet packaging.
Once your sample arrives in the laboratory, confidential results will be available from your secure online account within 2 to 5 days.
Once your results are available, they will be reviewed by a physician. A nurse will then contact you for a consultation over the phone. In some cases, the physician will be able to provide prescriptions to the pharmacy of your choosing.
Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which are the highest ranking levels of accreditation. Let's Get Checked lets you avoid uncomfortable office visits by providing you with access to home testing and professional medical consultations without ever having to leave your home. It's never been this simple to get tested.
So if you want to get tested at home, visit trylgc.com/Rufus and Jenny.
Special offer for Rufus and Jenny viewers. Click the link in this video description and get 30% off of your test. Now, what do you need to do? Let's get checked. Welcome to all of our global listeners around the world and viewers. Global listeners and viewers, from around the world. Welcome to another episode of Surviving Marriage Podcast. We are halfway through season 4 and just a few delays.
Is that all?
Yeah,
you got me doing too much, Dean.
Just a few delays because, we've had to do our book and some other things. So, you can't, hey, we're not robots. We're not a factory. So, you can't pump up stuff like that. You got to take some time to breathe and be human.
Well, the lady did say pump up the volume.
And different things like that. So, I got to ask our viewers and listeners, have you subscribed? Have you subscribed, rated, and reviewed our podcast? Have you? If not, why not?
I tried to. They wouldn't let me do it but one time.
Why not? What's the holdup? What's the holdup? Because you have found yourself here, especially if you are a loyal listener. We have a lot of loyal listeners. Did you forget? Do you not know how to do it?
Might have arthritis.
Do you not know how to do it? Some people just
couldn't
honestly
form the keys right.
Just honestly don't know how to do something. So let's talk about the many platforms that our podcast is on. That way, if you have a few choices, and you can get a better understanding of how you can help us out. Because,
because the government ain't going to help us.
A lot of times support is free. It just takes a little bit of your time. That's the only investment.
Are we asking for money? Because we ain't asking for money.
We ain't asking for no money.
Girl, them people be running away when you ask for money.
Right. This is free of charge. The only investment is your time, and we know how valuable that is. We know how valuable time is. So yeah, we don't take anyone for granted, and we appreciate everyone and their time, and even for listening and supporting us. So, and for that we say thank you.
Only if you feel it's a good show. If you don't feel it's good, don't support it.
But I'm just saying,
I don't support nothing that I don't feel is good.
Right, but I'm just saying, if we have like thousands of loyal listeners and we only have a couple of ratings, this is something. If you're getting thousands of,
some jokers looking at you right now like,
download,
I give you a rating.
Download like every episode. We could at least get some ratings out of that. Yeah,
we get feedback when you see me. I get a little feedback on what you saw, what you thought.
Right,
but we want you to write it down on the Skrilla. Whatever that thing is.
Right, can you put that on one of these? And I'm going to list here the platforms so you guys can see where you need to go. First of all, the biggest is Apple Podcasts. That is the biggest. If you could go out there and give us a 5-star rating, a review, if you're subscribed there, mostly it's the people with the iPhones, folks with the iPhones, that would be great. Okay.
Well, if you ain't got an iPhone, borrow one.
Then the next two are Spotify and iHeart. So yeah, if you could go out there, give us a 5-star review, rate us.
Because we got to do all this on our own, y'all. We ain't got no. Spotify was. I guess they were thinking about helping us, then they thought about it again.
Right.
I'm just saying, we out here swimming in the deep ocean.
This is us doing.
This is a deep blue ocean.
Yeah, this is us doing our thing.
You see 2 black spots in the ocean, that's us.
Stitcher, Google Podcasts, CastBox, Pandora, Amazon Music, those are the next ones. So wherever you get your podcasts, if you could go out and rate us, subscribe, give us a review, 5 stars. Give us that. That helps us out.
Sing a tune or something.
Yeah, there's no cost.
Hit a couple of notes
involved in any of that. And yeah. Okay, so right under the podcast, if you go out on any of these platforms, right under the podcast, there is a button that you can hit to review it. You can also rate. And
is it a big red button?
No, it's just a button that says, review.
They had to look for the button then.
I think it was like leave a rating or something like that. Okay?
That's suspect.
And you can also rate and subscribe. Subscribe is at the top. That's a really big one for you guys to subscribe. And that way you can direct your notifications for when we drop episodes. Like several of you now, we get to see people who actually open the episode like within the first 24 hours.
Is this episode to tell people about themselves and the episodes?
No.
We sure telling them something.
I'm just I'm just educating them on how they can help us out.
Yeah, because some
Okay,
people
very
just
generous.
don't know.
Just
I
some
get
people,
it.
yeah,
'Cause
some
I
people
didn't
don't
know.
know. Some people don't know.
I literally did
No,
not know.
right,
I was just
right,
pressing buttons.
right.
Play.
Right. And also
Pause. I got to go get some coffee.
When
Come
you
back, play.
are helping somebody else out, you can be abundantly blessed. Like that blessing comes back to you because you are helping somebody else out.
And let's get the difference, because again, I feel people say help me out and they want you to buy something.
Right.
I don't feel pressuring people in buying something is cool. Period.
Right.
I don't care who you are, what you're selling.
Yeah.
But to help out with something that if you got the time, I see what you're saying, dear.
Yeah.
I got you. I hope they see what you're saying, because I got you.
Exactly. Okay. And speaking of abundance, let's talk about this 100K syndrome. Because
here we go again.
I feel it's
Why
like a
is
syndrome.
everything about money?
Okay.
Money.
It is a syndrome going around. It seems like ever since the pandemic, it seems like some have been possessed. I mean, like possessed, like
With making 100K?
with six figures. Yes.
Oh, if they don't have six figures, you ain't nobody? You
like,
ain't nothing.
Like, I make six figures.
Ain't
Remember when Clubhouse first hit, like during the pandemic, and everybody out there was a boss. Everybody out there was
an expert.
Expert.
Everybody knew everything about everything. Come join me.
Right.
I got what you need.
Everybody was making six figures, and all of that type of stuff.
Were they though?
Yeah. Exactly.
You can tell me anything behind the camera.
Yeah. Everybody was like, let me show you how you can make six figures.
Matter of fact, what's that platform you just said?
Clubhouse.
Yeah, that's not even a visual platform. That's audio,
that's
right?
Audio.
So you can tell me anything behind a mic.
There you could be anything you want to be. Okay.
Oh, I done met some radio hosts who used to describe themselves as something behind the mic. Mm-hmm. When you saw them in person, they look lovely. Excuse me, they look lovely. I ain't saying nothing about nobody.
Well, everybody is about, let me help you make six figures. Let me show you how to make six figures. And I get it. If that's your biz and that's what you want to look like and what you do, but now we're coming to find out that was not what most people do or what they had.
Well, and the point is, be real.
They were flexing
about
the 100K.
But they are, what's that thing that everybody say, something fake, fake it till you make it.
Right.
Really? Right. See, I don't believe that. I believe
in no
make
way.
It when you make it.
Yeah, no way, shape, or form. Because that 100K,
anyway, that's like a negative word, fake.
That 100K for a lot of people was fake, and we're finding out now for real that it was fraud. With a lot of these PPP loans, different things that people were doing.
I can tell you anything behind this mic.
Yeah.
That's another reason we went visual, because this is me.
Yeah.
I ain't putting on no, if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. What Uncle Chuck used to say? Those who like me, those who love me swell.
But
the rest
can
go somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere.
So that and I just have to wonder, like, how far do you think that you're going to get in life if you're faking it? Like, how?
That's a negative word. I'm telling people.
Number one, somebody is always going to know you. Somebody is always going to know you.
Oh, your mama going to call you out big time. You better hope she don't get on social media.
Your grandmama, your next door neighbor.
Mama going to call you out.
Your ex-co-worker.
Aunties will call you out quick, too.
Yeah, or somebody is always going to know you. So how far?
Hey, June Bud.
And what are you
out here telling these people?
What are you accomplishing if you are faking having that type of money?
But some people fake it and never make it.
Right, but what?
So how is it working for you?
And this is what I'm saying. Definitely, some of these people with these PPP loans, because they going to jail, so they definitely ain't making it. But I don't understand what you.
Ain't it a song about that?
What you are accomplishing with the
you
fake.
You about to lose your job.
That was a job. That was a job. What are you accomplishing with the fake mentality, with the fake bank account, with the fake funds, with the fake flex, with any of that?
Fake persona.
Exactly.
You don't even talk like that.
Exactly.
Can you talk like you talk to Bobby down the street?
What is it doing? So let's talk about it marriage wise, because this is how we always do. We always take a view and perspective, and we relate it to marriage. So how important is it for someone to be making a certain dollar amount?
Oh,
Since we're talking about this
to be making
100K. And there's been several videos. There's been several videos going around social media where people will say, well, I wouldn't, be with someone who's only making $45,000 a year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, or certain things. So
I remember them days, and then I started making $35,000 and said, hey,
that's
somebody want to be with me?
That seems to be. Look, I was with you.
I'm just trying to say.
I was with you when you was making 19,000 a year.
But I wasn't faking it. I was just trying to make a living.
Listen. Them decimals. Think about 19,000 a year versus 100,000 a year. That decimal had to move like.
I thought we was living large. Shoot, know what you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. We appreciated each other. We were committed to one another.
That when gas was $1.99.
We made the best of what we had. That was,
Well, my little rabbit got us to the grocery store.
Yeah. And
it got us to work.
Well, it got us.
It got us to the hospital when the dude want to put his hands on the burner.
We made the best of our situation. We worked a lot.
Sure did.
We took road trips and all
and
that
we
type of
did it all together.
Yeah, on 19,000 a year. But see, that it's a really hot topic. So you can actually work and determine the factor, and is it a determining factor that somebody is going to be the perfect mate depending on how much money they make? Nope.
That's already been defunct. Even back when I was making my 19,000 a year.
6 figures.
Shoot, I was able to go buy clothes and shoes with that 19G.
Divorce, here you come.
Then I went up to 35. I really thought I was doing something.
Divorce, here you come. 6 figures. 6 figures. We know plenty of people.
It wasn't really. We were trying to make more money. I'm not going to lie, but circumstances and situations, we just had to make do with what we had, and I think that's pretty much what's lost, because now it's a requirement. Like for somebody to require that you make 6 figures before they even talk to you.
Right.
I might be the perfect dude for you, but I gotta make 6 figures.
Will it mean that you aren't going to have any problems in your marriage? No, it does not mean that at all. Because trust me, we counsel people. We counsel all kinds
bank
of
accounts
people.
Bigger than mine.
Yeah, way bigger.
Like
way
how many
bigger.
zeros do you got?
And money is not a determining factor. Everybody thinks that, especially if you don't have money, everybody thinks that if you have a certain amount of money, then your relationship is going to be better. Your marriage is going to be better. Your life is going to be better.
No, it'll help problem solve when you deal with money situations, but it won't help relationship solve.
Well, money brings out.
Just saying.
Money brings out the ugliness in people.
Yeah, because when I started making 45, I was like, what you think we doing? Oh, I was talking about them.
Yeah.
I was talking about somebody else.
Sometimes having it, sometimes not having it, it really brings out something out in people. Like people maybe have a certain air about themselves because they have money and they treat people a certain way. Or people who don't have money, treat people a certain way.
They got air.
Like I ain't got it.
Yeah, they might be full of air.
Sometimes people get these what I want to say, like chips on their shoulders.
You need to let some of that air out sometimes.
Or something like that. And then money is also it can be a controlling factor in a marriage. Like people can control people with money. If the woman is making more money than the man, she may feel that she runs everything, that she makes all the rules. If a man is making more money than a woman, then he may feel like it's his way or the highway, like he has all the say. So
we do, but for me, it's not. Well, I'm just gonna say, out of the relationships we've talked to, I've seen, it don't seem the men aren't that heavy on it to me. But when a woman get in that position, it's a little bit more heavy.
You just have to go. It goes back to character because it really depends on the woman. Look, we made $100K.
What's her name?
We made $100K.
No, Kelly Clarkson. I mean, she's feeling them woes of someone who making the money in the family.
Yeah, we don't know what happened with their marriage, though.
Well, I'm just talking about the money aspect. So, I mean, that's a lot of. I don't need $1 million to move on with my life. I mean, as a man, I'm gonna make some money somewhere. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, as a man, I would. I know a lot of people say they would take the money, yada yada. I get it, but I just don't need it. But you set me off. You've been taking care of me for a minute. Set me off a little bit to get me started, and I got to do the rest. But I wouldn't depend on a woman to take care of me for the rest of my life.
Well, and it also, like I said, it also depends on what the dynamics or whatever was going on in their marriage, which, I mean, we don't know. But, we...
Sure don't. I stay out of people's stuff.
We made $100K in a year of speaking, just 1 year.
Hey, you better watch out
speaking.
now. They're going to lock us up like that did that dude at Bank of America.
What?
They're going to put them handcuffs on you coming there talking about what you making.
Okay.
All he said was give me the check.
And that doesn't include, our books or anything else that we do. I'm just talking about in speaking
what in
fees.
The kind of financial situation going on here?
In speaker fees. But that's not something that we go around blasting.
Well, didn't you just do that?
I'm making a point here. Can I make my point?
In the kind of.
Can I make my point?
Sure,
okay.
No.
It's not something that
it with Joe Augustein's money or something.
Joe Augustine.
I don't know whatever his name is. They always talking about him and the money he got.
We made that with speaking, but it's not that we're blasting it, saying, okay, you could telling people, oh, you could be a 6-figure speaker, or hey, we made $100K speaking, or
We're not. I get it. We're not making that a selling point.
Exactly.
A lot of people make that a selling point.
Exactly.
And,
it's not for everybody, because it's like your promise is like, oh, well, you could do that too, and it's not necessarily those doors may be open for you.
The same way it was open for you.
For you, exactly.
Again, everything that's for you ain't for everybody.
Right.
I don't know why people keep getting that confused. If you can do it, I can do it. Really?
There's some things that you can do.
We'd be all millionaires if that was true.
Exactly. And it's not all things that you can do. So we try to help people with our book course on how you can turn your book.
How you can sell it yourself.
Well, how you could turn your book into other streams of income, because we were able to write the book, but we are also to get speaking engagements because our book was so successful.
You got to put in the work, though.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people want a strategy that they can just put into play and it just work for them.
Right.
You got to put in the work for your platform or for your book, because what worked for that book, what worked for the books that we did before, I feel we're going to have to do something different for this book.
Oh, we definitely finna have to do something different for this book.
Thing
it's
going
totally
on,
different.
Different vibe. So yes. I can't use the same stream or the same advertising or the same things that we did for that book. Again, in your portfolio, you have to look at what you have. I can't look at what everybody else have because I don't have the same resources that Steve Harvey had to
sell
put out his book.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. But we're not soliciting business because we've made that type of money speaking.
Mm-mm.
But we're trying to help people
nobody.
And give people tips on how they can make that type of money if they put in different aspects of work.
Rufus and Jenny, y'all told me that I was going to make $100,000. Now, bro, you ain't heard that come out of my mouth.
Exactly.
Hold up, partner.
Right. So
rewind the tape.
Exactly. So it's like a lot of all of these people that are pushing the 6-figure. Now, there's a handful of people that have references or people that can say, yes, this person helped me make a certain type of money. But there's a lot of people that's saying that I made this type of money, and they don't have nobody that they could say they helped me make that type of money.
Okay? Because they did it themselves.
Exactly. Also, sometimes the money you make needs to be kept under wraps.
That's what I'm saying. Why are we having this conversation over here?
Because I'm letting people know.
It's a sniper on that building out there.
I'm letting people know.
Watch out.
And depending on what you do, everybody don't need to know. You know, because I'm pretty sure it's...
All I got is $100. That's it.
It's a car shop around the corner that's probably banking about $500, $600K a year.
Did I mention I only got $100?
Because they stay packed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they stay full, but you don't see them going around talking about we make six figures. You understand what I'm saying?
Look, I get it. I get the concept. I did it. You can do it. But I'm just going to say, with my experience, it just doesn't work that way unless you're going to take me under your wing and you're going to make sure I get to that 100K. But most people just put out the information and let people figure it out for themselves. Because again, if you apply it the way I want to be a dead horse, but you apply it the way that they applied it to their situation, it just may not work out for you. That's all. And
it seems like whenever I post about us, some of our achievements or something different things like that, because you got to promote you. Who else is going to promote you? You got to promote yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, some people be thinking you're bragging though. Now,
whenever I post about it, it's like somebody is always hitting up our inbox asking for money. It's just so it's like you can't talk about yourself in a certain type of way because somebody is always asking for something.
I mean, there's non-Muslims that beg, but I mean, Muslim, we're not even supposed to be beggars. I mean, beg of Allah, but that begging thing is, that's just unbecoming because people would know. Allah says they'll see us, like so. Those who in need of help, you really don't have to say nothing because people will kind of see your situation. They'll see you trying to be all modest and what do you call that? You ain't trying to put your business out there.
But I guess this just kind of comes with the territory, though.
Yeah, but the begging is
because the more public we become, it's like the more requests I'm sure we're going to receive.
Yeah, but you say I ain't got it.
People exactly,
and they say. Well, look, man, I got a daughter who lost 3 legs, and we still need help.
She had 3 legs?
3 legs.
A daughter?
It'd be stories that I can't believe. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
I can't believe that the daughter lost 3 legs. And so even though I told you I didn't have the money then, so just because she lost 3 legs, now all of a sudden I got the money?
Right.
I'm just trying to say.
One last aspect about 100K is 100K followers. And I think anyone with that type of support, that type of platform and everything that's genuine and authentic, we ain't talking about none of that, these bought followings or anything like that. I think that should be celebrated. I think that's something that should be said because there's so much suppression. Like with social media, making sure, people don't see you, and it's hard to get support for anyone and a lot of stuff that you do. And the way social media,
when you tell them the truth.
Yeah. The way social medias make it harder and harder and harder for people to even, just exist and have fruitful platforms.
You can jump up, down, jump on the ceiling. Do a roller skating thing, they'll give you all the room you need.
Yeah.
But if you start telling the truth,
you slap somebody in the face with a pie.
Man, you're getting all the coverage you want on social media.
You gonna get 1 million views.
But as soon as they ain't gonna start speaking the truth.
Oh yeah. As soon as you start saying something with a little bit of sense, they
cut some stuff.
You getting a lot of reach. You getting a lot of views. This might be a problem.
Yeah, they starting to hear the truth. We can't be letting you do that.
Right. So, So if you got 100K genuinely, on YouTube, especially if you have 100, think about 100K subscribers on YouTube. Think about how hard that is to get. Yeah, if you have that and it's genuine and everything, congrats on that. Congrats.
And even the people who are able to accomplish that doing silly stuff. Some stuff, if they're able to, I ain't hating on them.
No,
they was able to make that money.
Definitely no haterade here.
And doing something very minimal.
Because we know these platforms.
It's all good.
These platforms aren't created equal, so it ain't no haterade.
Right. I'm just warning the people who want to speak the truth. They gonna cut you. Like
All right,
they stole something.
I'm finna cut you. All right, hold what you got. We'll be right back with your food for thought.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
This video is sponsored by BetterHelp.
We just did a podcast on counseling versus therapy. It's definitely good for you.
Without a healthy mind, being truly happy and at peace is hard. The good news is therapy works.
But what is therapy exactly? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're not feeling motivated right now and would like some tools to help. Or maybe you're feeling insecure in your relationships or at work, not dealing well with stress. Whatever you need, it's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles and start feeling better, because you deserve to be happy. And now you don't have to worry about finding an in-person therapist near you to help.
BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with the therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera that you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy and can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours.
Join the millions of people who are seeing what online therapy is really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself, because you are your greatest asset. And special offer to Rufus and Jenny listeners and viewers, you can get 10% off your first month of professional therapy at betterhelp.com/Rufus and Jenny. That's betterhelp.com/Rufus and Jenny. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video.
Thank you to Let's Get Checked for sponsoring this video.
Let's Get Checked makes professional health testing easy by letting you get tested without having to visit a healthcare provider.
Choose your test online, and it will be delivered to you in discreet packaging.
Once your sample arrives in the laboratory, confidential results will be available from your secure online account within 2 to 5 days.
Once your results are available, they will be reviewed by a physician. A nurse will then contact you for a consultation over the phone. In some cases, the physician will be able to provide prescriptions to the pharmacy of your choosing.
Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which are the highest ranking levels of accreditation. Let's Get Checked lets you avoid uncomfortable office visits by providing you with access to home testing and professional medical consultations without ever having to leave your home. It's never been this simple to get tested.
So if you want to get tested at home, visit trylgc.com/Rufus and Jenny.
Special offer for Rufus and Jenny viewers. Click the link in this video description and get 30% off of your test. Now, what do you need to do? Let's get checked. In the food for thought for today, humanity. The definition of the human race, human beings collectively. Now, if that's the definition, it doesn't seem like humanity is being humanity right now, or most times for that matter. Humans, people are a real test. We are a real test for each other.
We we're a test for each other in our marriage. Mm-hmm. And as a people in other nations, we are a test for humanity.
Exactly.
Some people don't get that.
But people are also our greatest resource. So we need to stop fighting each other, period, and use each other on collectively, which I see some of these young brothers and, sisters out here doing collectively to be able to come up and do better for humanity.
Oh, yeah. Some of these young people doing their thing.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I got for your food for thought for today, okay?
I ain't hating.
All right, just a few announcements before we go. Surviving Marriage on IG. We got our IG page back, and we're slowly out there building it, and you guys are coming to it. Thank you so very much. And follow us on IG at Surviving Marriage for information about our books, t-shirts, card games, this podcast, any type of information that's coming up about surviving marriage, because you got it going on, got it going on, got it going on. And just our new book, Surviving Marriage in the 21st Century. Send me that recipe. Send me that recipe, okay?
We made a song, too?
It was supposed to drop 2/22/22, was delayed. So guess what? We're going to drop it 3/22/22. You see how we did that there? 3/22/22,
no.
Okay? So stay tuned for the new book and the information about that. Learn a new language, Languia Talk. Check out the link in our notes. In the notes, you can find out how to get a new language going. And I think they allow you up to 3 or 4, like at one time, with a discount. But you got to check our link. Click our link to be able to get that. Bread and Butter Farms. Bread and Butter Farms, zero chemical, organically grown produce, grass-fed meats, and free-range chicken and eggs. Join their farm share now. You get 10 weeks of vegetables for you and your family. They also accept EBT. www.breadandbutterfarms.com for more information. That's Nicole and Musa out there at Bread and Butter Farms, and they have an organic farm, and they're doing all kinds of great stuff. And, you know, we got to watch our food these days, guys. So go out there, check them out, see what they're doing, see what they got going on. And you guys make sure you stay social with us. Stay social, stay in contact across social media, because these algorithms aren't loyal. You can find us across social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We have a TikTok. Find us on TikTok at Rufus and Jenny, just like our names are spelled across social media. And also don't forget our Instagram at Surviving Marriage. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. You ready to ride, dear?
TikTok, you don't stop. Twitter.
Remember, marriage is a journey, not a sprint. We are surviving it, and so can you.
We are Rufus and Jenny. Until the next episode, y'all be cool.
We'll be men and wives.